Okay, gang, we're back. We had a little technical difficulty, but we are back. Now we're in the house. We got a secure connection. Welcome to Promar Ahi USA Tuesday. I got my good buddy Gil Rocket right here. That's what he goes by on Instagram.
Rocket,
so
Gil Rocket.
You want to follow him?
Yes, that's ROCKIT on Instagram, Gil Rocket. So what we're looking at here, guys, our new jig from Ahi Promar USA. It's 21 ounce, actually 21 gram to 80 gram. It's wired through bait, and we have our deception colors, and they are two BKK hooks in this. And this jig is going to be the jig that you're going to be fishing for that bluefin up in the 80 gram stuff to the rockfish. And then for you calico bass and you bay bass guys, the 21 gram is probably the best bait I think right now as far as on the market. We threw this and we did a lot of filming with this in all the different harbors. Fishing on a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader with 65-pound braid. Spinning tackle is the best bet for this, is for that targeting. I know when I was fishing all those tournaments back in the days and the tournaments I fish now, the spinning gear inside the harbor, fishing those pylons, docks, all those things that those bass hide under. This is going to be the jig of choice. Different patterns that we have. And the cycle mackerel is one of the favorite colors of mine. And they all have a glow belly and they're off-centered. So the way they fall is the way they're designed is they fall to come back to the fish. And like I say in a lot of my seminars, that this is kind of like that $100 bill that's floating down, and we're looking for that reaction bite from these bass. They're a lot like a cat that you throw a feather down the hallway. They're biting because, not because they want to eat feathers, it's because they love that reaction. Yeah, so this is the bait that we're going to be pushing here for ICAST 2024, and we did for our media day today here on the water media day, anywhere from 21 gram all the way up to that 80 gram for that bluefin tuna and that rockfish. But we'll be showcasing this bait tomorrow in air conditioning. Dave and I will be on the tank showcasing for all the fancy folks here in the nation tomorrow. ICAST is a show that is invite only for the top manufacturers in the world. And we have been privileged to speak to these fine folks here throughout the country in Florida, Orlando, Florida, at the Orange County Convention Center tomorrow. We'll be there Wednesday. So take it over, Dave.
Those of you that know me know that they're in for something special tomorrow when we're up on the tank talking. They've never seen the likes of me speaking out here in Florida. So it could be an international incident. You don't know, but stay tuned because it could be really exciting. If you have any breaking news coming to you live from the Florida Orlando Convention Center, you might want to tune in because it could be Dave Hansen. You just never know. Let me pull this picture of this lure off the screen here. And I'm sorry about the beginning of the show, how we lost total contact with all of you, but we were busy driving down the road to get here. But this little lure, this is the lure that Gil was just talking about. Look at this thing. That thing looks just like a little Spanish mackerel. It's going to get bit so good. The boys are running out to fish right now. We're right on a lake. Look at this. We are on a lake here in beautiful Orlando, Florida. The house that we're staying in is right on the lake. So it's hard for the boys to be stuck here in the house and not out there casting. I mean, Gil can't get out there fast enough. He wanted to be on the show, but he wants to fish. So he didn't know what to do.
Don't forget to give me a follow, guys. Gil Rocket, GIL-ROCKIT on Instagram. We'll see you guys there.
All right, Gil, go good luck out there. Catch a fish. So, gang, I'm hanging out here doing the Promar thing, hanging out with the Promar guys. If you are at the ICAST show and stop by and see me, I'm in booth 2008 in the Promar booth hanging out. They even made me a special shirt with my name on it. Pretty amazing. I'm super excited to be here. We're going to get to be up on the tank talking tomorrow in front of all these people that haven't seen me speak before out here in Florida. It should be quite a show. I'm pretty excited about it. Steve's hoping that I come out of my shell and talk a little bit, and I don't get too shy. Gil Rocket said there's going to be some like superstar fishermen there, so I might get nervous and not be able to talk in front of them, but we'll try to pull it off and do the best we can. The really cool thing about it is we got Steve, Joaquin, and Elliot are all here. So they're all going to be filming us live up on the tank. We're going to be from several different angles. You can watch us live on the Promar social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can watch us live on the Your Saltwater Guide platform. You can watch us live on Gil's platform. We're going to be live on the floor of the ICAST show tomorrow. It opens tomorrow. It's officially open tomorrow. We have guys coming into town right now to fish with us. So we had to haul ass back here to the house and get ready. Gil and I are going to take some guys fishing. It's going to be fun. We probably go live like we did last night with Elliot out on the water fishing, but we're just showing you a little bit of this line. Do you have that fluorocarbon? Do you have any of it here at the house? Yeah. I want to show you guys this fluorocarbon. Now I've gotten really intimate with the fluorocarbon. The GT4 fluorocarbon is an unbelievable product. The real reason why this product is so spectacular, gang, is I've fished with it for rooster fish and stuff, but I really haven't spent a lot of time just touching it and feeling it and seeing the difference of this fluorocarbon compared to other fluorocarbons. And I want to tell you something. As you pull this stuff off of the spool and you start to touch it, and I know, relax, we're going to talk about touching stuff, but just take it easy. When you touch this product, you're going to feel the suppleness in your hands. Dave Burris and some of you old timers like me and Dave, this is like fishing with monofilament. It's like the old days. This has a tiny bit of stretch, which most fluorocarbon doesn't have. But the pliability, the suppleness of this makes it very, very simple for tying knots. It's an incredible product. As far as fluorocarbon goes, gang, we all know the abrasion resistance is the key. We know that. But also invisibility has a lot to do with it. When you're putting on a piece of fluorocarbon, you're actually putting it on your line so you can get a bite. This is such an epic product. Now I know so much more about it that I didn't know before. What I would suggest you do is take a piece of this fluorocarbon, the GT4, and cut a piece off, and then go get another spool of another fluorocarbon. And like Steve was explaining to me, and I learned a lot today. The extrusion of the fluorocarbon, everybody does it exactly the same. But when it goes through the rollers to be eventually put on the spool, the more time it goes through, the more rollers it goes through, the more pliable it gets, the more, I'm not supposed to use the word, so we won't use it. So we'll use the word supple. The more supple it gets, the more easier it is to tie the knots in it. And let's be honest. When we're out fishing and we've just broke a fish off, or we just landed a fish and we need to tie another piece of fluorocarbon on to throw another bait out, it's all about how fast can you tie the knot on your fluorocarbon, because you got to get another bait out there as quick as you possibly can. So this is a softer product, and it's easier to tie than all other fluorocarbon combined. And then the fact that it's clear. It's a clear fluorocarbon. A number one reason why we use fluorocarbon is to get a bite. And invisibility is a huge factor when using fluorocarbon. It doesn't reflect the light coming out of the sky like monofilament does. This doesn't reflect it, so it doesn't flash and the fish can't see it out there. But the pure suppleness of this line is just incredible. And I know you guys are giving me a bunch of crap for using the word supple so many times, but I'm telling you, it is absolutely an amazing, amazing product. So you want to check that out. And if you're at the ICAST show, swing by the booth, the Promar booth at 2008, and we'll give you a sample. You can check it out. Then you can take it over to the other booths and check out their fluorocarbon. And I want you to go out there and see the difference yourself. And like we offer everybody on our website, today is no different. We're going to throw up a QR code right now that's going to allow you to buy this product. You're going to be able to get this product right now. It looks like the QR code, Steve. For some reason, the QR code that he has up here is saying 20%. Are we doing that? Okay. The boss is right here. So look at, gang, you get 20% off. This is the QR code that's up here. I guess this is an ICAST super special. Usually it's 10% off. Steve said he's honoring it. take advantage of this, gang. Take a picture of that QR code right now and get over there to the Promar Ahi website and check out all the products. Like we talk about all the time, you have to have a landing net. It's the law in California, and you do not want to break the law in California. Remember, you can go to Walmart and take $900 worth of stuff, but if you get caught fishing without a net, I don't even want to think about what's going to happen. So don't do that. Make sure you get over there to the website. Look at Steve's right here with me, and he's honoring this 20% off. So if you've been sitting on the fence thinking about, I need to get some of that fluorocarbon, or I want one of those new Akara jigs, or I want some sabikis, or I want the live deception flash lure, or I want a bunch of that GT4 fluorocarbon, you're going to get 20% off. Gang, take advantage of it. Grab it. Oh, there you go. Steve, we already got 3 people download the QR code. Gang, take advantage of it. And if you guys are listening, driving around in your cars, think of this. Put in the code YSWG and the number 22. Today, I can't emphasize it enough. Today, at the end of today, that 20% is gone. You're going to buy you're going to buy Promar products anyway. You don't even know that you're using them. You use a sabiki, you're using a Promar Ahi USA product. Landing net, I guarantee you, you look at your landing net, you look at the tag on there, it's going to be the Pro Mesh series or something like that, landing net from Promar. If you go and you look at your bait scoop, and you got to have a bait scoop, I'd tell you I have 3 or 4 if I fish with bait on your boat, because I know I'm going to drop one over. Those bait nets, all the bait scoops that you use to handle your bait with, and most sport boats and everybody else are using Promar bait scoops. So there's so many products. The amount of products is absolutely amazing. And you can go over there and save 20% on all those products right now. And let me show you something else. And I just got off the phone with Sonny. He's our guide up at the Channel Islands, and he's telling me there's a lot of squid at the Channel Islands right now that just showed up. And this is what he wants. He wants some of these really, really bad. I talked to Steve this morning. We're going to get this out to you. We're going to have it delivered to Eric's Tackle up there for you, Sonny. But listen, you guys want to have these on the boat. It's squid. There's squid at Catalina. There's squid at Clemente. And there's squid at the Channel Islands. If you have one of these nets, it's going to make it real simple to get enough bait to catch a sea bass. Check this out. New net that Promar made, you throw it down below the squid that won't float, and you pull it right through the middle of that squid, and look at, there you go. Got enough squid to fish with for the day. That's all I would need for a good day of sea bass fishing or yellowtail fishing. You throw that thing in the water 4 or 5 more times, your bait tank's full. Isn't that incredible? So you can go over there to Promar right now. You can get that net. You can get, look at the GT4. Guys, your saltwater guy, Captain Dave Hansen. I'm going to be using this GT4 fluorocarbon from Promar Ahi USA. This stuff is an incredible product. You're going to get to see us catch a bunch of fish on it today. The very best part of this is it's clear. That is my favorite kind of fluorocarbon, clear. If you like pink or blue or anything like that, think about it for a second. When you put the fluorocarbon on there, you're trying to make it invisible so that the fish can't see it. So colored fluorocarbon catches fishermen. Clear fluorocarbon catches fish. This is the new GT4 from Promar. You got to check it out. When you're on the website, use my code YSWG and the number 15, and you'll save 15% on this fluorocarbon. It's an incredible product. And that's an old video, gang. Steve's giving you guys 20% off today. So it's a big deal. You take advantage of it, gang. There's hardly anything that's a discount anymore in America. So this is a big, big event to be having that product for 20% off. That's incredible. Go to the website and check out all the great products that they have over there. Remember before this Akara jig, I was talking about the live deception flash lures and how much we love to use those. We still love to use them. They're totally different applications, 2 different lures performing 2 different applications, but both are going to catch you fish. I promise you, if you know how to fish them proper, you'll be very, very happy with the product. It's a phenomenal product, amazing product. Gang, before we get any further along on the show today, I want to talk about something else that you guys don't understand. We talk about the Star Tournament all the time on this show. CCA Texas, CCA Florida, they're big, big, big time. CCA California, not so big time. Why? Because I don't know why the industry doesn't get behind them. We're about to lose fishing in California. And I don't understand. The industry's not standing behind CCA. The industry's not showing up at the CCA's dinners. The industry's not participating in this Star Tournament. Out here in Florida, you get between somebody and their Star Tournament ruler, you may get knocked to the ground. It's a big deal because in Florida and in Texas, they understand how important it is to have the opportunity to fish. Us, I have no idea what has happened to us in Southern California, but we just don't seem to care. I don't know why, but we just don't seem to care too much about fishing or the ability to fish. The industry. I'm not talking about the people that are watching this show. We care. I care more than most people do. I devote a bunch of my time and a bunch of my show to ccacalifornia.org because of the fact that when fishing's gone, I am done. I don't get to take my grandkids fishing. I don't get to take my boys fishing. That's going to suck to live in that world. But California is so close to that right now. And I talked to the guys from the Texas Star Tournament here at the show today. And I talked to the guys from the Florida Star Tournament today. Those guys in the booth right now, hanging out, just hanging out. There's over 30 professional guides, head boat captains, hanging out in the CCA booth, hanging out, signing people up to the Star Tournament. We can't get people on the West Coast to even mention it, let alone show up at an event. People that are, the industry is actually about us that are fishermen. And I know there's some captains right now that are picking their nose and flicking their boogers at me right now because they don't believe in what I'm saying. And I just don't understand it. I was talking to somebody high up on the food chain in the sport fishing world, and they were saying that they are blown away by the lack of camaraderie and the lack of caring on the West Coast. Gang, we got to wake up. Those of you running sport boats or yachts, you got to get these people involved in the Star Tournament. It's $40. You can't even buy an eighth of a tank of gas in California for $40. That gets you in this tournament. That $40 goes to help us fight keeping fishing open. And if you guys are like, whoa, it doesn't work, I don't want to do. It works in Texas and it works in California. There's no reason in the world it shouldn't work out here in Southern California. But we all got to get behind it. Everybody that's doing a podcast or a radio show in Southern California should be talking about the Star Tournament every day on their show. I don't understand why they're not. And every sport boat operator and every sport boat deckhand and every sport boat owner should make this poster be presented on the wall in your galley, in your bunk room, on your yacht, in your salon. The rulers, that they should be out on the deck so that people ask you, what are you guys measuring that fish for? Oh, it's the Star Tournament. You can get online right now and join the Star Tournament. It's $40 and we can lay your fish down here on the deck and we can measure it and you got a chance to win. You don't have to catch a big Billy K. Bluefin to win this tournament. You have to catch a fish that qualifies and put your raffle ticket in the box. And they're going to give away a different prize every month. And then at the end, on September 2nd, Labor Day, they're going to give out the top 10 grand prizes. And then there's prizes that go all the way up to a trip to Adolfo Lopez Mateos fishing with me and Larry Hansen, all the way up to a Parker boat. There's so many ways to win. There's no reason to not be in this tournament, gang. Plus, every penny goes to ccacalifornia.org to help us try to keep fishing open. Because I don't think you all understand how close we are to losing it here in California. And we can't get California fishermen to agree on anything. I don't know why the hate is so deep in California for fishing. Even the people that fish for a living hate fishing. It's weird. It is so bizarre. You listen to their reports over on the other websites, and those captains just sound like they're the most miserable human beings on the planet. They just don't like what they're doing, and they hate what they're doing. And maybe that's why they can't get behind helping us keep fishing open. But if you're not a member of ccacalifornia.org, or if you're not a member of the Star Tournament, well, then you're kind of just hanging out, waiting for them to close fishing. It blows my mind that I can't get more of you involved. If you don't know how to get into this Star Tournament, if you didn't see the poster I just threw up there, if you haven't heard what I've been talking about for the last 4 months, all you got to do is give me a call at 949-374-0786. We'll get you in the Star Tournament, or go right there on the screen, right next to Win This Boat, that little QR code. If I just did it with my phone, it works. If you grab that, that'll take you right to the website, and that'll get you involved in the Star Tournament. And we all need to be involved, gang. We all need to be involved to keep fishing open. It's so near and dear to my heart. I don't want to be on the planet when you can't fish anymore. I really don't want to be there. So as we move along here on the show, gang, I was hoping that Justin or Pablo was going to join us. They both said they would, but things happen. So maybe they're not going to be able to make it today, but we'll do okay without them. We'll keep trying. We'll keep plugging along here and see what we can come up with. Gang, tomorrow's going to be a super exciting day. You guys are going to get to watch Gil Rocket and myself up on the freshwater tank, chucking lures into the tank. You know how much of a lure fisherman I am. You guys are going to get a kick out of that. Watching Captain Dave up there on the tank talking to legends of the industry, guys that actually care. They're here. They're members of CCA. They're giving back like you can't even believe to try to keep fishing open in Texas, in Florida. And if we could get more people involved in California, that would be rad. People ask all the time, why do you guys have the ICAST show in Florida? Well, it's because California doesn't seem to care too much about fishing. Even the industry doesn't show up. Oh, you're trying to ship snakes. I gotcha. It's okay, Justin. You're always on. Everybody loves seeing you and talking to you, but you got to make a living. Matt Ryan, what time for that tomorrow? What time are we on the tank tomorrow, Steve?
I believe it's 10:30.
So you guys, it'll be 7:30 your time. It'll be 7:30 Southern California time. We'll be live on the tank. So that's how you're going to wake up in the morning, drinking your coffee. Or if you're Matt Ryan, you're just getting home from work, and you're going to get to watch Captain Dave trying to flick a lure in a big tank with a bunch of superstars of fishing that are going to be there. I'm going to feel the pressure. Steve and I were talking on the drive over here, and he's hoping that I can come out of my shell a little bit and share a little bit of my enthusiasm for fishing. I've been kind of, for the last few years, I've been kind of keeping it close to my hardly talking at all. So we're hoping we come out of our shell tomorrow during this and put on a great show for everybody there. And I want them to all be talking about the crazy guy from Promar after the show tomorrow. It should be fun. I am going to do my very best to do that. And then we're going to try to bring you a live show from the show floor tomorrow. What time does the show close tomorrow?
Closed at 6.
Okay, so we'll definitely be live on the show floor. I met a couple of people today that sell not freeze dry, but they sell worms and slugs and silkworms and different kinds of bait that work very, very good when you're freshwater fishing. And they ship them all over the world, and they show up ready to be eaten. The thing I saw that I liked about the bait the most was these are bugs that my monkey's going to eat, Marley's going to eat, let alone your fish are going to eat them. So I'm going to bring those young ladies on the show tomorrow to tell you a little bit about their product. I'm also going to be in the Okuma booth for a few minutes, showing you a few of the things, because tomorrow's Wednesday, Okuma Wednesday, but we'll be based in the Promar booth for the whole entire show, and we'll be showing you the plethora of products. If you guys came to PCS, you would have saw a little bit of the booth. If you came to the Bard Hall show, you would have saw a little bit of the Promar booth, but at ICAST, it's just bumped it up a little bit higher up the ladder, a little more cooler stuff, I might want to say, a little bit cooler than what's in California because we're in Florida, but we'll show you every part of the booth tomorrow. It's going to be a great day. I'm going to have so much fun because, as you all know, I love to talk, and then to be in front of all these superstars of fishing talking should be fun. But gang, I'm going to end this early because we got some special guests coming in. We're going to go out here on the lake and go fishing. And you know how I know it's time to go out there and go fishing? Because it's starting to pour down rain. One thing about it is flipping pouring. One thing about Florida, if you don't like the weather, just wait an hour, right? We've seen all kinds of crazy weather in the last couple of days.
We fished in the crazy weather.
Yesterday, was that fun watching Steve catch fish while me and Elliot and Erica made beautiful pictures of the rainbow while Steve was catching fish? Well, that's what we're going to do right now, gang. We're going to go fishing. I hope that I entertained you a little bit. I hope you learned a little bit. Take advantage. I'm going to put the QR code back up on the screen one last time. And then that way you can take advantage of the opportunity to get this 20% off that Steve's offering everybody. That's pretty spectacular. Hey, Kenny's here. All right. I can't even show you that. Our guys are here.